Hey, what's up? Justin here, and what I wanted to talk about today is giving life your all. So, human nature is to minimize the time and effort that you put into things and maximize the sort of value that you get back. So, anything that you put effort towards is you sort of going against your human nature. In the movie Wall-E, if you've ever seen that, it's basically this sort of post-apocalyptic story where these people who are living in a spaceship are just floating around on chairs and they can sort of eat food and watch TV all day. And it's a sort of exaggerated version of human nature. So if you take that as your sort of baseline level, any effort you put into sort of eat healthy or, help other people is you sort of going against your base level or your human nature. So you can understand why people might have sort of spiritual motivations when you make that sort of shift in your way of thinking, because when you're trying your best or giving it your all, and what I mean by that is like you're smiling at strangers, you're just trying your best at work and all those sort of things, you're actually maximizing the sort of time and effort that you put into things, and you're sort of minimizing the rewards. So I wanted to talk about the benefits of you sort of just trying to give your life an all and sort of being able to sort of focus and apply yourself. So what I mean by focusing is you're sort of just really in touch with reality, I guess. So when I was younger, I used to get these huge crushes on girls, and I would spend maybe like 2 to 3 weeks just in my head just sort of thinking why that we were perfect for each other, basically. And when I would eventually get the courage to go out and sort of ask the girl out, I'd get rejected because I was sort of in love with the idea of the girl and not the actual girl, and it's sort of like I was being snapped back to reality. So when you're sort of applying yourself, you got to be focused and you got to sort of be in touch with reality, I guess. You can't sort of just be daydreaming all day, because your human nature is you don't want to think, you just want to sort of lie there and not think at all. So it's natural for you to sort of daydream and to sort of be in your head and stuff. So if you learn how to focus, that's you sort of applying yourself and trying your best. So what I mean by focus is, like, let's say for example you're reading a book, or you're maybe, I don't know, listening to like a really boring person give a talk or something. If you're really sort of focused on them, you might sort of drift off after like 5 minutes. Or you focus on the book, you might sort of drift off and start thinking about something, because your brain has to actually work hard for once. So you can train this sort of like a muscle, and this is how you're going to be able to try your best at things, because you can focus for long periods of time. So if you're listening to a boring lecturer or like reading a boring book for 5 minutes or something, and then your brain drifts off, and you really try your best, maybe the next time you'll be able to read the book for 6 minutes, and maybe the next time you'll be able to listen to it for 7 minutes. So what focusing means is, like, you're really sort of just in touch with reality, and you won't have those moments where your worldview or your imagination is kind of snapped back in a sort of painful way. So another one would be human nature has a desire for sort of things to stay the same, but reality is always changing. So if you can sort of focus for long periods of time, you're more sort of in touch with the reality that everything's changing, and you won't be maybe scared of death, because human nature's going to be scared of death. But if you're really sort of in touch with reality and you can focus, you're not sort of scared of death, because you're sort of in touch with the ever-changing aspect of life, I guess. Another sort of reason for you being able to try your best and being able to focus, or another sort of, benefit would be, like, you feel better. And it's not even, I guess, that you feel better, it's sort of like, because you're focused on other people and what's going on outside you, you're not even feeling anything. The focus is sort of off yourself. And when you can learn to focus for long periods of time, it improves every aspect of your life, because you're just better at focusing, basically, and you're not in some daydreaming sort of headspace all day where you're sort of fantasizing and making up these things that aren't really in touch with the world, I guess. So when you apply yourself and you really try and sort of train your focus, it's just nicer, because you get that moment at the end of the day when your head hits the pillow and you just think, I tried my best and that's all I could have done. It's like, you can view this as a hobby. It's not like a thing that you have to do. Like, I just see it as a hobby. It's like you're playing the game of life, basically. You're sort of just playing a different game. But it's really sort of cool, because if everyone had this sort of mindset, the world would be a better place, I think. So in terms of you applying yourself, if you learn to focus for long periods of time, it really sort of improves all aspects of your life, because you can focus on a conversation that you're having with someone, you can focus on an art form that you're trying to do, you can focus on your work, and the more you can focus, the easier things can become. It's like easier for you to work if you can sort of stay focused, and you're better at your work and all that sort of stuff. So it's a nice sort of headspace to get into. So I hope you guys gained some sort of value from this video. I know it was a bit sort of all over the place, but the main concepts are, if you apply yourself, you need to learn how to focus on the outside world and really get in touch with reality, and you can train it like a muscle, and that's going to give you the benefits of feeling good, being able to help other people, and just being able to focus for long periods of time and achieve whatever you want. So I hope you guys gained some sort of value from this video. I'll catch you guys next time.